What are you?
Yeah, verse 13. Read that.
Okay,
read that
I'm sorry. Now, therefore, my son, love thy brethren.
Love thy brethren. Look, look, that's a commandment. Love thy brethren.
It's so sad.
Judah, we got to stop hating our brothers.
Absolutely. It's really sad that we're the first ones to talk about one another, our own people. It's so much now, and understanding that your mouth is a weapon and could actually place a curse on someone. If you really think about how badly we speak about one another as a people, the adversary doesn't even have a job to do with us, because we put our own mouths on our people of hatred and despising them. And it goes on to say, now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people. And how are you despising them? In not taking a wife of them.
Now, this is so much prophecy here. This is specific, and it's clear.
It's so clear.
This is in your apocrypha.
That's why it was taken out.
That's why I'm about to say. Another reason why I was taken out.
Yeah.
It's clear, ain't it? Because this is the characteristics match the people. This is what we have done. This is what we do. This is what I see. Hey, we're almost finished with this lesson. Let's get ready to go over to lost my God here. I think we was in the book of Micah. In Micah chapter brothers and sisters, Micah chapter let me see here. I had it wrote down there. Salaki. Let me see. No, I'm Salaki. Go to Ezra in your King James Version Bible. Go to Ezra chapter 9. And the prophet's going to be between chapter 9 and chapter 10. We'll go right over to Ezra in your King James Version Bible, chapter 9.
All right. Ezra chapter 9, what verse?
Start at verse 1. The Most High is a stickler in what he says. And when we fall off, hey, we get caught every time.
Every time. Now, when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel.
The people what?
The people of Israel. And the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the land.
See, look, didn't the Most High tell us as a people, be ye separate?
He continues. It's always like a pattern. If you ask me.
Look, we went into the land. He said, I'm gonna move 7 nations mightier than thou away from thee. Yep, I'm gonna move them out. But we didn't want to separate. Judah, we got a strange habit of mixing ourselves. We love it.
Because it's not a strange habit. What we need to understand is this is a part of the curse.
It's a part of the curse.
Anything that goes against what we knew originally to do to keep us from the curse, but yet we have been coerced to doing it, it's a part of the curse. So we are receiving it as something that's okay. Oh, well, we're going to love everybody, and it's okay. It's not. It's clearly stated here in the scripture. It's not. And you are confusing. It will be confusion for you. Going outside of it. And so expect that type of, if you continue to stand it, especially if you know ahead of time, knowing ahead of time before you actually do it, if you know and you're aware, expect your children to be confused.
Expect it.
Expect confusion to follow you, because you understood. You had Hosea 4 and 6.
Right.
You understood. You had a knowledge.
You had Deuteronomy.
You had an understanding.
You had Leviticus.
Absolutely. You had an understanding, but yet you did it anyway.
Prophet, read verse 1 again.
Now, when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations.
According to whose abominations?
To their abominations.
Come on.
Even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, and the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites.
A lot of these people was in Deuteronomy chapter 7-7, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that Moabites, they were one of the main ones who I recognize, and we would recognize from Numbers chapter, I think 25, where they were attempting to curse the children of Israel, and Moab was the one who was afraid of them because they had, like we were reading in Deuteronomy, they were going through the land, and the Most High was causing them to conquer, and destroy all to possess the land.
Exactly.
So at that time, and so he was scared of them, and they figured out what they did and what the Most High how their laws were,
right.
And so they started sending women in there to coerce them, since Balaam the prophet couldn't curse them.
Exactly.
And so here we are right here looking at that same premise where they're mixing with the people.
They're still doing it.
Still doing it. The Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. Verse 2. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves. There it is. And for their sons, so that the holy seed.
The holy seed. There's a holy seed. The scriptures say that Christ came to the line of Judah. That the scepter would not leave the seed of Judah, the house of Judah. Why do the enemy want to mix his seed with that? To corrupt it, to defile it.
And you know what? That's interesting too, because I think about Ruth, because I think it's even referenced in the book of Ruth, because the daughter-in-law was a Moabitess,
right?
Who had and so this is why she was,
right?
Because it was that during that time that it had been some mixing had taken place.
Exactly.
But the Most High still covered and blessed, but she took on the commandments of Ruth.
Exactly.
Your God will be my God, Your Most High will be my Most High.
Exactly. Now look, this right here, verse 2, we just read this in the Apocrypha. We told us don't do this. Come on, prophet.
Verse 2, for they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed may have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers hath been chief in this trespass.
So it's your pastors, your bishops, the top ones. They've been doing it.
So in vernacular, that's what that means. The chief prince and rulers have been chief in this trespass. So the lust of their eyes and their flesh has overtaken them, and they defiled themselves in the presence of the Most High. That's what that means.
As Ezra is the same prophet Ezra's in your Apocrypha. Okay? Keep going, prophet. Read.
Verse 3, and when I heard this thing, I rent my garment.
We're going to start renting our garments again. Come on.
I don't know if my hand's strong enough. I rent my garment and my mantle, and plucked off the hair of my head and of my beard, and sat down astonished.
I was a confound. I couldn't believe it. Ezra couldn't believe it. They've been taught this.
No better.
From of old. Don't do this.
And they're leaders. That's another, that was the astonishment. You're leaders. So what you do, when you do it, you think it's just you cause 100, however many fold, 100-fold people to do it too. Verse 4. Then were assembled unto me every one that trembled at the words of the Most High God of Israel, because the transgression of those that had been carried away. And I sat astonished until the evening sacrifice. And at the evening sacrifice I arose up from my heaviness, and having rent my garment and my mantle, I fell upon my knees and spread out my hands unto the Most High God, our power.
So, brothers and sisters, that's an order we should follow. You might have a daughter or a son that has gone the way of the heathen. And all that we can do now is pray, make our petition to the Most High to deliver them and get them understanding and show them the knowledge. Okay? Keep going, prophet.
Where are we? Oh, okay. Verse 6. And said, O my power, I am ashamed and blush to lift up my face to thee. My power, for our iniquity.
Now Ezra carrying the burden on his back. What did Ezra say? For
For our iniquities
Uh-huh.
are increased over our head,
Mm.
and our trespass is grown up unto the heavens. He's not carrying it. He's rightly presenting it,
Right.
because we don't seem to understand that we are our brother's keeper.
Right.
And anything that we do, and we just read it.
Right.
It not only will I reject you, I will also
Reject your sons
reject
and daughters.
your children. So it's multiple. It's not just you. They want you to say you only live one life. It's all about you. It's all about me. That's another trick of the enemy.
Mm.
That's another trick of the enemy.
Read verse 7, prophet, here. Then we're going to go over to chapter 10.
Okay, I'm sorry. Since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day. And for our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, and to a spoil, and to confusion of face, as it is this day.
Right now, as it is to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Our priests, our leaders, a lot of them are in confusion right now. You got gay pride day on your church.
Mm.
That's confusing. The people don't know what to do. But you know what? There's direction in the house of truth. All right? Read verse 12, prophet. Read verse 12.
Now therefore give not your daughters
again
unto their sons.
Okay.
Neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth. Say that one again. Nor seek their peace or their wealth forever, that ye may be strong and eat the good of the land, and leave it for an inheritance to your children forever.
Hey, you know what? We can repent from it, brothers and sisters. It can get done. In chapter 10, look, here's the answer. Read verse 3, prophets.
In chapter 10?
Chapter 10, verse 3.
Oh.
Hey, you can do it. What's been done could be undone. Okay?
It could be. Now, therefore, let us make a covenant.
Let's make a new covenant. Let's make a covenant.
Let's make a covenant with our Most High Power to put away all the wives and such as are born of them. Don't be playing no games. And such that are born of them according to the counsel of my Lord, and of those that tremble at the commandment of our Most High God. And let it be done according to the law.
According to the law. Go ahead.
Arise, for this matter belongeth unto thee. We also will be with thee. Be of good courage, and do it. Then arose Ezra and made the chief priests, the Levites, and all Israel to swear that they should do according to this word. And they swear.
And they swear. Keep going, prophet.
Verse 6. Then Ezra rose up from before the house of the Most High God, our power, and went into the chamber of Johanan, the son of Eliashib. And when he came hither, he did eat no bread, nor drink water, for he mourned because of the transgression of them that had been carried away.
Because of them that had been carried away.
So they did it. They took them away and discarded them.
Keep going.
And they made proclamation throughout Judah and Jerusalem unto all the children of the captivity, that they should gather themselves together unto Jerusalem. And that whosoever would not come within 3 days, according to the counsel of the princes and the elders, all his substance should be forfeited, and himself separated from the congregation of those that had been carried away. Then all the men of Judah and Benjamin gathered themselves together unto Jerusalem within 3 days. It was the 9th month, on the 20th day of the month. And all the people sat in the street of the house of the Most High God, trembling because of this matter, and for the great rain. And Ezra the priest stood up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed, and have taken strange wives, to increase the trespass of Israel.
See, because it caused our people to fall. It caused our people to stumble. Don't do it. Now, look, people was afraid. Oh, here come Ezra. He about to tell us something bad. But they knew they was going off.
Yeah.
Keep
And
going.
see, look how painful that is, though.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they were mourning, and
Yep.
so look how they have your heart.
Yep.
And so you'll have somebody come to you. Oh, that's just cruel. What are they saying? Hey.